Attorney General Garland does this 5-minute, I wouldn't call it a press conference because he didn't take any questions, makes a statement, basically. He's, as usual, doesn't sound very strong, doesn't sound very clear, a little bit shaky about, what exactly is going on here. But he did admit that he signed off on it. So which we all knew, but he had to tell the media because, again, they disappeared for 48 hours, which in normal cases would be normal. But this isn't normal at all. It's unprecedented. It's historic. And it's also, they started shifting that it's about, pieces of paper and the Library of Congress. What I think we have to understand, too, from this statement was that they said, we have no problem with the warrant and the receipt being released, but, President Trump might. So let's put it back on him. And immediately yesterday evening, President Trump had already put out a message saying, release this document.
You're not going to get the affidavit. There's an affidavit that supposed to go into great detail about what it is that is in the House and why it's a federal crime and why there's probable cause to believe that a crime has been committed and all these things. You're not going to get that. That is not going to happen unless and until the government brings a criminal case against the president, if they ever do, former president, in which case there will be a motion to suppress the evidence that was seized.
They could go into a little more detail, but it's not going to be the affidavit. It's not going to be great detail. It might give us some insight on what spurred them going to a judge to do this. And again, this idea that it wasn't a raid, that a raid is somehow illegitimate. No, raids aren't illegitimate. I heard somebody in the media, MSNBC, saying calling it a raid is trying to make it sound like it's not lawful. No. You have lawful police raids. But that's what they are. When there's no notice, it's a raid. The fact that he's having to do this press conference shows that is not the case. Or else you, as the Attorney General, wouldn't have to be spending your time hiding from the media and then doing a little, it's not a press conference, it's a statement because of how botched this already is. It's already botched with a recused judge who didn't recuse himself. It's botched with, it seems like there's a missing step in between. You don't go from working with cooperating to raid. There is an in-between, which would be the subpoena of additional documents that you think that you need back in your archives. They're already trying to put a fall guy out, the archivist.
You have to justify why you went before a judge that was recused, why that judge did not recuse himself. What were you looking for? What did the affidavit say? Tell us. Why? Is it a secret? Is it a secret what the affidavit said? And when you do the return of service to the magistrate, go into great detail. Tell me what room you searched. Tell me what you found in the room. List the document. Go into specific details. And what's most important, to put confidence in the government. Say that is what you are going to do now so that we know what's coming.
Remember who you're dealing with here. Bad actors. They don't treat any of us the same. They do go after you because you're conservative. They do go after President Trump because he wants to take down the swamp. We have multiple years now of history. You don't have to rely on conspiracy theories. Just go to the facts. Just go to the Jim Comey. I mean, you got to remember all this stuff.